It was a chilly October evening when 17-year-old Emma decided to stay home alone for the first time. Her parents had gone on a weekend getaway, leaving her in charge of the house. At first she was thrilled. No curfew, no rules, and the freedom to binge-watch her favorite shows. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, the house began to feel different. The creaks of the old wooden floors seemed louder, the shadows longer, and the silence heavier. Emma tried to shake off the unease by scrolling through her phone. That's when she stumbled upon an old dusty book tucked away in the living room cabinet. Its cover was worn, with the title, True Home Alone Horror Stories, etched in faded gold letters. Intrigued, she opened it and found a collection of handwritten tales, each more chilling than the last. The final page was blank, except for a single line. Write your story, and it will come to life. Laughing it off as a silly prank, Emma grabbed a pen and jotted down a quick sentence. I'm home alone, and I hear footsteps in the attic. She closed the book and set it aside, returning to her phone. But as the clock struck midnight, a faint thud echoed from above. Emma froze. The sound was unmistakable. Footsteps, slow and deliberate, pacing across the attic floor. Her heart raced as she tried to rationalize it. It's just the house settling, she told herself. Or maybe an animal got in. But the footsteps grew louder, closer, as if whatever was up there knew she was listening. Grabbing a flashlight, she climbed the stairs to the attic, her hands trembling. The door creaked open, revealing a dark, dusty space filled with old boxes and forgotten memories. The footsteps stopped. Emma shone the light around, but there was nothing there. Just as she was about to leave, a cold breath brushed against her neck, and a whisper echoed in her ear. You shouldn't have written it. She bolted downstairs, slamming the attic door shut behind her. The book was still on the table, but the page she had written on was now filled with more text. Her story had expanded on its own. The footsteps followed me downstairs. I can hear them in the hallway now. Emma's panic grew as the footsteps descended the stairs. She grabbed the book and tore out the page, hoping it would stop whatever was happening. But the footsteps didn't stop. They reached the bottom of the stairs and moved toward the living room. Desperate, she ran to the bathroom and locked the door, clutching the book to her. As she caught her breath, she noticed something strange in the mirror. Her reflection wasn't moving with her. It stood still, staring back with a sinister smile. Then it spoke. You can't escape your own story. The reflection reached out of the mirror, its icy fingers wrapping around her wrist. Emma screamed and dropped the book, which fell open to a new page. The words scrawled themselves across the paper. The reflection pulled me into the mirror. Now I'm trapped, and it's free. The house fell silent. The footsteps stopped. The whispers faded, and the mirror returned to normal, but Emma was gone. In her place stood her reflection, now fully animated and free to roam the world. It smiled, picking up the book and adding one final line. The story is complete, but the horror is just beginning. The animated Emma walked through the house, her movements unnaturally smooth. She opened the front door and stepped into the night, the book tucked under her arm. Somewhere in the distance, a dog howled, and the wind carried the faint sound of laughter. The next morning, Emma's parents returned home to find the house empty. The book lay on the table, its pages blank once more, but as they flipped through it, a single sentence appeared. The book was passed from family to family, each new owner tempted to write their own story, and each time the horror came to life, claiming another victim. The animated Emma became a legend, a warning to those who dared to open the book. But the allure of writing one's own tale was too strong to resist. Some say the book is still out there, waiting for its next victim. And if you ever come across a dusty old book with the title True Home Alone Horror Stories, remember, don't write your story, because once you do, it will come to life.